Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is October 18th, 2018. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who subscribe to my channel. It is greatly appreciated and I hope you keep coming back for more. With that, I'm going to bump off over here and I just want to take you to a window over here. For those who are new and for those who are just coming on to check out my YouTube channel, this is what it's going to be like when you hit the splash page here. So I do hope you like the videos I put out and you keep coming back for more. Like I said, I do cover the reseller news and I do cover other topics. So I would really encourage you to check it out if you got the time. But thanks again. Let's move right along and let's get right started because I got a lot of windows open up and a lot of talking parts I want to deal with and I want to share it with you guys. First, I just want to start off by saying I don't read everything verbatim on all these windows I have opened up. I will give you the website, the company where I'm dealing with, and then the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. So without further ado, let's get started. This one here is from TameBay.com. That's the URL. And the story goes on, eBay managed payment fees may be higher than PayPal for large sellers. I think one day they're going to call eBay Feebay. No, seriously. It goes on to say here, this is by Chris Dawson. This came out today, October 18, 2018. eBay has begun their phased approach to manage payments, moving to the future where eBay will manage payments for all sellers on their marketplace instead of PayPal being the default payment option. I'm really going to miss PayPal. I really do like them a lot. I mean, I don't know what this is going to be like, but we'll see what it's all about. Anyway, it goes on to say what everyone really wants to know, however, is what eBay managed payment fees will be and if they will be higher or lower than PayPal fees. First, the benefits in the new payment model. eBay is providing consumers more payment options at checkout. Now, when buying from sellers enrolled in eBay managed payments, buyers can pay with a credit or debit cards, just like with other online retailers. Apple Pay is the first new form of payment and the new payment experience, and hopefully by summer of 2019, PayPal will be available again. Well, that sounds good. I mean, I do like PayPal. I hope they do keep that within their selling platform. That would be, their platform would be great. It goes over here. eBay managed payment fees are example from a case study. Fees could be lower. Here it says over here, fees could be lower. eBay has recently published a piece on the eBay seller Honeyville, who says he says here he's saving 30 cents per transaction from lower eBay managed payment fees when compared to PayPal. In a month, he sees 150 transactions in 3 weeks and calculates a saving of around $1,500 per year on this basis here. So, okay, if you're a big-time seller and you do have those type of fees, I don't get those type of fees from PayPal. I wish I could. That means you're doing a lot of high-volume selling, and if you could save money like that, that's not bad. But let's see how it plays out. It goes on to say, let me see over here. Like I said, I don't want to read the whole thing here. What it said, okay, eBay said about eBay managed payment fees. You could check all this out here. Now, this looks like it's dealing with the UK, according to these little symbols here. Your monthly fees. Yeah. You know what, folks? You could check this out. I don't want to, get too much. I don't expand too much on this topic here, because, like I said, if you look on top here, you look across. I got a lot of windows to talk about. Open up and expand on that. I really don't want to spend too much time. You could check this story out on TameBay.com. Let's move right along and try to clear some of this stuff really quick. We're going to keep coming back to this one over here with Amazon because I got a window over here and a little video clip I want to play for you guys. So that'll be coming later on. So let's see how we can get through these first. I'm not going to keep repeating the same URLs because the next 4 are going to be from TameBay.com. So I'm just going to expand a little on it and move right along. This one here says eBay sues Amazon for poaching sellers. This one came out again by Chris Dawson on October 18th today. It says eBay sues Amazon in a lawsuit filed this week after accused Amazon and Amazon employees are purposely opening up eBay accounts in order to use eBay's message to solicit eBay sellers to become Amazon merchants. Eek, that's not good. On 3rd of October, eBay sent Amazon a cease and desist letter And in the court filing, eBay states Amazon failed to confirm that it would cease and desist, and it did not provide any requested information. Wow. Excuse me. There's a little doubt that this has been going on for years, according to TameBay. Readers who were quick to recount the instance from where Amazon had tried to poach them through eBay. You know, folks, I'm not, like I said, I am a registered seller on Amazon, and I don't think if this is, like I said, so the way it's being written here, I don't think that's the right way to play the game. Okay, if eBay is correct in this here, then they have every right to follow suit with what they're doing here. But if that is the case, that's not really fair on Amazon's part. They shouldn't be doing stuff like that. But it is what it is, folks. And I got, like I said, I got another story about this here, dealing with this here, coming later on. So I don't want to get too much on this topic, but I just want to share this with you guys out there for sellers and buyers. It pertains to both, because the buyers are also sellers as well. So you might be interested in these stories. You know the site. I'm going to move on to the next one. This is a webinar, why and when to expand abroad. Very quickly, this came out October 17th, yesterday. Understanding International Selling Trigger. Well, it says over here, if you are not registered for our webinar, Understand the International Selling Trigger, why and when to expand abroad. It is time to reserve your place. Okay, and in other words, it's a webinar coming up. If you want to check into it, just go to TameBay and you can find out as far as how to do it. They got it right over here, the information. You can register right over here, and you can listen to it. I didn't get a chance to do it, folks, per se. I got so much stuff today. I can't even tell you. I got so many emails and Google alerts about different things. It is unbelievable. It really is. And I can't cover it all. That's why I'm speaking fast. I'm trying to talk fast. I want to really get this stuff out. So I really don't want to expand too much, but I definitely want to bring it to your attention so you guys could check it out for yourselves. Let's move right along. Here's another one, UPS, My Choice expanded in time for Christmas. Again, this came out, Chris Dawson, October 17th, yesterday, 2018. It goes on to say here, UPS, My Choice expanded in time for Christmas. UPS World Ship has announced the global expansion of UPS My Choice service to 96 additional countries and territories, bringing a total of 112 served. With the entrance into the countries and the regions in Africa, Asia, Pacific, and the Indian subcontinent, Caribbean, and Central and South America, Middle East, and the Oceania, and an expansion in Europe, this package delivery management service will be the world's major e-commerce markets in the time to the key holiday shipping season. I personally, folks, don't use UPS. It's not that I don't like them. I like to keep everything in-house. I use one particular service, and that's the United States Postal Service. I've been having good luck with them. I don't ship international, but they've been good to me in all other cases. I never had a problem with them. When I did have a package, that was damaged, they made good on it. Well, they should, because it was insured and tracked, right, of course, using priority mail. So, but for the most part, I love the U.S. Postal Service, and I use them exclusively. For those who do UPS, you might be interested in reading the rest of the story here. And we're going to move right along. It goes on to say over here, what happened here? Oh, my goodness. Okay. All right. I think I know what happened. I opened an extra window. We'll keep it this way here. This is Newegg. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's another electronic company that sells stuff, electronics. Newegg Global Mobile App released. If you do shop on Newegg, it says the Newegg Global Mobile App has been released for the countries outside of North America. The Newegg Global app makes it easier than ever to browse for millions of products on Newegg with a simple, intuitive interface and localized for each country Newegg serves. If you want to read the rest of the story, folks, you know where to go. Let me bump out of this one here and get back to the other ones. Here we go. Now, this is going to be these are all, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 windows open up, all from the same website, ecommercebytes.com. I'm going to say it once. I'm not going to get into it again because I'll be tongue-tied over here. All right. This is from ecommercebytes.com. That's the URL, www.ecommercebytes.com. This came out yesterday, October 17, 2018. It says eBay sues Amazon over alleged seller recruitment. Now, we already read that story in Tame Bay, but I'm going to show you another video that's going to come up later on, like I said, within this reseller news. But we'll read e-commerce, what they have to say as well. It might be kind of like double or triple news on this, but, I like to get a little fully, scoped on this here. eBay filed lawsuits against Amazon today, accusing it of a member-to-member messaging system to recruit sellers on Amazon. eBay alleges Amazon employees targeted sellers, including those in the fashion category. Okay, it goes on to say over here, again, I'm not going to expand too much on this here, but just in case you want to read it on a different website, I gave you the URL so you could check it out for yourself. This last part I'm going to read over here. The Wall Street Journal had written earlier this month about eBay allegations outlined in a cease and desist letter that claimed 50 Amazon sales reps sent over 1,000 messages to sellers on its platform. Now, I never received this here, okay? I never really received anything, so I really can't say. But if you go over here, it's got an active hyperlink. It says, here's what e-commerce Bytes readers had to say in reaction to the journal report. You could click it on. CNN reported that a seller notified eBay representatives of the alleged selling poaching a few weeks ago and include a link in a lawsuit. It's in this article. You could check it out. These are active hyperlinks, and you could read the rest of it. I will have to come back to this and check this out later on because I want to see what it's got to say. I haven't received any notes, any notifications or anybody contact me from Amazon. Then again, I'm not an active seller right now. I mean, I'm a registered seller, but I don't have any active listings right now for anybody to contact me. Let's move right along. Here's one over here. This one came out October 16, 2018. Same company, of course. How to avoid eBay fees for phantom sales. It goes on to say, an eBay moderator provided an advice on how to avoid fees for phantom sales. Those cases where a seller has provided a buyer with the contact information, or other instances where eBay suspects a seller that may have been an off-site transaction. It goes on to say over here a little more. If a buyer contacts you, requests a transaction be taken off eBay, we recommend that you respond with something along the lines following. All right. Thank you for your interest in my item. Taking the transaction off eBay is a violation of the site policy, and so the purchase will need to be made through eBay checkout. Let me know if you have any other questions. Now, this here, folks, to be honest with you, I think something like this here would be good if this is if you're going to come across a problem like that when it comes to phantom sales like that. You might want to copy and paste this into your listings. Keep that in there. Well, not listings, but keep it in a file that I have a file that's all set up with eBay things there, thank you letters and so on and so forth. So this here, what I would do is basically copy and paste it. And if people do want to do something off eBay, you might want to just pop this little piece of information there. Okay. And then it says over here, the moderator responded in a thread. I'm not going to read the thread because, like I said, it'll be all day doing this here. You want to check this story out, and that's the name of the story, How to Avoid eBay Fees for Phantom Sales. Let's move right along. Here is another one this is October 15th, 2018. An eBay employee shows disdain for sellers not so anonymously. I'm getting tongue-tied here. It says an eBay employee couldn't resist snarking at a seller's this morning. I think I told you a story about that where I had called up recently, and the seller kind of was not a little snarky, but kind of like came out with something a little off-key, something that, I'm not saying it was the worst thing in the world, but it's something I didn't really take to, but it is what it is. But anyway, it just says over here, an eBay employee couldn't resist snarking at sellers this morning, though he did so without identifying himself as such. A seller with over 100 listings should be using a mobile app anyways. Noobs, he's posted in a new comment on e-commerce Bytes blog. Now, I think I might touch bases on this once before. If you guys want to check this out, I don't want to expand too much on that topic. I think I said this on one of my other reseller news. So you could finish reading the story here. The story you're looking for did come out. It was posted on October 15th. You could check it out if you want to do a follow-up reading on it. Let's move right along. Here's another one. This one came out October 17, 2018. eBay response to e-commerce Bytes piece on managed payments. We already talked about that. In the Tame Bay, I believe, had something in there. It says eBay took on a barrage at our characterization of its managed payments offering in an eBay launch is calculated to show managed payments savings. We described how sellers use managed payments could save significantly on fees. We already talked about that basically, I think, in the TameBay one. You could check that out. Is also, remember, folks, when you go to these websites, click on the articles too. Click on the active hyperlinks. You can read a little more about it too. Get a better insight of what's going on. Again, this is the one you're looking for. If you are interested in picking up where I left off, you know where to go. Let's go over here. Etsy lets shoppers filter reviews in the latest test. This came out October 17, 2018. It says Etsy announced a new test that is running to help shoppers dig into the seller's reviews, concerned about the quality of sellers' items, or want to see if a seller has a high ratings when it comes to shipping. Rather than scrolling through all the reviews, shoppers included in a test can filter them by topic. Now, again, I'm not an Etsy seller. I'm a registered seller on it, but I don't sell on Etsy at this point in time. For those who do follow me, I don't know if it was a follower or just somebody hit the site. They asked me if I sell on Amazon. I said I messaged if this is the same. This is a subscriber, I just want to let you know at this point in time I do not sell on Amazon, although I am planning to it at one point. Because eBay's been so dead. We'll get back to Down Detector later on, but yeah, I don't right now. And as far as like with Etsy, there was one time I did put up a couple of vintage t-shirts on there, and I didn't get any traction with Etsy, and I removed them because it was costing me money and nobody was even interested in them. So right now, as far as Etsy and Amazon, no, I am not selling, just in case anybody is curious. Let's move right along. Okay, here's another one from Etsy. This came out October 15, 2018. Etsy pop-ups, irritating or enticing to shoppers. It says clicking on a seller's listing on Etsy yesterday, I was startled when a pop-up appeared. It showed a picture of an item that I was looking at with the message in a very large type. What it says here, this could sell out soon. The pop-up box traveled as I scrolled down to the page. That would annoy me. I don't like that there. You know, there was some other site I was on that did that there. Every time I was moving down, I was moving a slide bar down, I kept getting that same message, kept appearing over and over again. It was driving me crazy. I don't know what site it was. If I remember the site, I will let you know, but it was annoying. I don't know if that's what it sounds like what this is here, because it sounds like it to me. The pop-up box traveled as I scroll down the page. That would drive me crazy. You know, if you're going to put it out there, you're going to blurb it out, leave it out there at one time for that split second or so. Let the seller look, the buyer look at it, and then let them make a decision. It's just like going into a department store. Back in the day, you had a salesman come, "Can I help you? Can I help you?" And then they're following you around. That happened to me in a department store one time. I went to a department store, and I was just looking at suits. And the person comes over to me, the salesman, "Can I help you right now? Is there anything particular you're looking for?" And he started asking us questions and this, that, and the other thing. And you try to be very cordial and polite. You say, "No, okay, I'm all right, thank you. I'll let you know if I need you." And they're buzzing around. You're in one part of the closed area. They're hovering over you. And then they'll look at you, "Did you find anything?" I said, "No, I didn't find anything yet." I go, "I will let you know, though. Thank you very much for your help." And then basically, by that type of, people doing business, that I just walked away and I got out of there. And, at the time I was telling my kids, wife, whatever, like, "How come you left?" I said, "Because I don't want to be hounded by people. I know what I'm looking for. And if I do need your help, I understand you work on salary and commissions and stuff, but if I need your help, I will be the first to ask you, 'Excuse me, can you give me assistance here?'" But anyway, I don't want to expand on that. You know the topic here. You can check it out for yourself. Let's move right along. I'm looking at the windows. It doesn't look like they're going down, but we'll get there, folks. This one came out October 16. eBay promotes items for low-rated seller in a marketing email. This came out over here. Yes, October 16, 2018. This is a letter written, or a buyer or somebody, a seller, contacting Ina, who is the owner of eBay e-commerce bites. It says, "Dear Ina, I have to show you an example of why I no longer buy on eBay." Oh, this is a new one to me. They have been sending me the same inane emails that I am sure everyone has received. I deal in vintage and fine jewelry. Today they sent me 4 links for items. As you can imagine, each one is junk. What ticked me off the most was about one of them, though. Here is the link. Okay, it's been redacted. Okay, according to them. You'll notice it says over here. You'll notice it says shipped from Los Angeles, California. Not only that, the seller has 2 feedback ratings, and he stands at 75%. Weird. So I click on the link to the feedback and decide to check out the seller's other listings. Been redacted. Okay. Now I'm at her listings. I click on her name again, and it says she's in India. Oh wow. Oh, for heaven's sakes. This is not me saying this is the letter. At the same time, I'm sending this to you. Another positive feedback. Another feedback plant was left. The corruption just boggles my mind. I cannot believe it. This is what from the note from the editor. Now, this is what the editor, I guess, is responding. We confirmed that the full feedback seller with 80% positive feedback shows as a member since August 16th, 2018 in India. And the listings to state that the items are located in Los Angeles, California. It is only fair to mention that it is possible the seller uses domestic fulfillment service, but surprising nonetheless to hear that eBay would feature a low feedback, low rated seller in a marketing email. And then if you go down here, read. I love reading the comments from the readers, though. You really got to read these sometimes, what people have to say. Sometimes they come out and just say things that's right on their mind if you don't want to talk about it. I know I would love to read some of this right now, but I can't, and I don't want to take too much of your valuable time. So let's move along. You know where to go to check it out. Okay. Here's another one. This was posted October 17, 2018. Trump may axe the China postal rates would small sellers win. It says eBay was the first to exploit terminal dues to create special postal rates for Chinese companies selling into the United States and Europe, known as ePacket. And now the president, Trump, may upend the system on which those rates depend. All right. It goes on to say over here. Let me move this over here. The New York Times reported today that President Trump plans to withdraw from the UPU, Universal Postal Union Treaty. The UPU manages the bases which the letters from one country is delivered to another. What's going on, everything else with the trade between China and the U.S. I expect you're going to have more things coming out on this topic here in one way or the other. But I am not going to expand on it, folks. So if you would like to, you know where to go to read the rest of the story. I don't have the time. Let's see here. I like to read the comments, but right now I don't have the time. I know it's so tempting to read the comments, what people say. But anyway, all right. Here's another one. It just says a lot of news today, folks. A lot. Don't ask me why, but for Thursday, it is a lot of stuff. I couldn't even put all the stuff in there I wanted to. I really can't. Anyway, this says over here, eBay launches calculated to show managed payment savings. Now, this is, again, I think, with the managed payment service again. And they're going to talk about this. And we already discussed that before. You could read the rest of this here. I don't want to expand too much on this here because it's basically the same topic. And we're going to get into other topics as well. So let me move right along. You know where to check this out. This is the story you're looking for. And you know the site. It's right here. All right, so you can check that out for yourself. I'm really trying to make this short. I can't say it's going to definitely be short. I know it ain't. This is another one. Walmart goes after auto parts and collectibles, acquire fashion brands. Okay, this one came out October 16, 2018. Walmart is expanding its section online and off through partnership and through the acquisitions. It is creating an automotive specialty store on the Walmart.com in partnership with the Advanced Auto Parts. It has introduced a new dedicated collectibles section in the entertainment department of thousands of U.S. stores as it is acquired two fashion brands. Then it goes on to say over here, Walmart e-commerce executive Philip Oakes said, this year we've been incredibly focused on building and offering on Walmart.com to ensure we have a specialty assortment that our customers are looking for. Well, apparently Walmart, like I said, they want to broaden their horizon on the e-commerce platform, and I can't blame them. I think they're in competition basically with Amazon, of course. I thought I read that somewhere, where they're kind of like racing to see who gets the golden prize, so to speak. But you're going to expect that you're going to hear a lot more this probably as time goes on. Everybody's going to try to get a little piece of the pie, so to speak. But let's see what happens with this here, how it does. Okay, let's move along. Amazon tells sellers about the third-party ad tools. This came out October 15, 2018. Amazon has grown more comfortable telling sellers about tools available from third parties. On Thursday, it published a post on its Amazon advertising blog announcing 2 directories where sellers can find third-party services to help them advertise on their Amazon marketplace. I didn't get a chance to check into this here, folks. I'm not sure if this is the one they're talking about, this book here, e-commerce shipping. I don't think so. You might want to check into this here if you can find out about that and see what this is all about. I didn't get a chance to check it out. But anyway, the story you're looking for is Amazon tells sellers about third-party ad tools. Let's move right along. That will close out the e-commerce bites. And again, just to rehash the last, as far as like the URL, it's www.ecommercebites, one word, .com, and you could check these stories out on that website. Let's move right along. Retail apocalypse. Good news for e-commerce. Okay. The apocalypse, it says over here, the great retail apocalypse looms over the global industry, sending retailers into frenzy. But what exactly is the phenomena? It refers to increased closure of brick-and-mortar stores, especially among retail conglomerates. This renders the brand and the retail owners terror-stricken at the impending doom of their stores, with big brands like Gap shutting down over 200 stores in 2017. This story here, let me just see some, folks. This came out, right, this is old news, it looks like here. It is. It's June 30th, 2018. I popped this up. I typed in the retail apocalypse, and this information came out. I thought maybe you guys might want to read it. Yes, it is old news, but it still pertains to this year. And like I said, folks, in some cases, old news could be good news. You could check this story out. Here is the URL. It's https://omlitics, okay, lytics, whatever, .co. Okay, you can check that out, or just type in retail apocalypse, good for news for e-commerce. You can check it out. I'm not going to read the whole story. As you can see here, it goes on and on and on to read here. I'm not going to get into it. The migration sales to e-commerce, the downfall of Factorium Asia, it's a lot. It goes on and on. I'm not going to get into it right now. It is good, though. You might want to check it out. Let's move right along. Now we talk a little about the timeline of J. Crew's rise and fall. This story came out. Any posted date here? Let's see here. I'm sorry, folks. Sometimes they have these sites with dates on them. Sometimes they don't. Oh, here it is. It's published October 17th, yesterday, 2018. Just to give you the URL, it's www.retaildive.com. Okay, you can check it out. It's a timeline of J. Crew's rise and fall, and it just goes on to say really briefly, from the apparel retailer, there was only one way that retailers always worked, where stores and designers dictated what consumers wanted then, and everything changed. You can read the rest of this story here. Again, you know where the website is. It's www.retaildive.com for more information about it. Here's another company that's closing up. So I'm not laughing at that. I feel bad because when I think of stores closing up, I always think about the job losses. That's how I lost my job, not because of a closing, of downsizing. This one here, again, the site here is www.retaildive.com, and it goes on to say here, mattress firm moves to close another 99 stores in bankruptcy. What a shame. It goes on over here. This is updated October 18th, today, 2018. About a week and a half after filing for bankruptcy, mattress firm on Tuesday filed a motion to close an additional 99 stores by the end of October. What a shame. According to the court documents, that's on top of 306 stores the company has sought to exit so far in Chapter 11. Okay. The retail noted that closing additional stores would save $1.2 million per month in rent and associated costs. The most recent closures put mattress firm nearly 60% the way towards its goal of closing 700 stores in bankruptcy. It's horrible because, like I said, folks, it's one thing when a store closes up, but I always feel for the employees. I always do. I feel so bad for them. It stinks being out of work. I know I got laid off in June of 2016, and believe me, it stinks. You got so much to lose. I lost a pension, 401k, and so on and so forth. I didn't want to talk about it because it makes me upset. But anyway, this is what's going on with that. Let's bump out of here. You know the website. Here is another one. Oops, what happened here? Oh, Jesus. Okay, that thing bumped out of it for some reason. I wanted to get to that story. Let me just back out for 1 second, folks. I'll be right with you. I want to get that one. Okay, folks, I'm sorry. I don't know. My computer's been acting pretty crazy lately. This is the other story I wanted to cover really quick. You can see after this one here, I got so many windows open, and we'll call it a day on this here. This one here is from again, retaildive.com. That's the URL. And it says 9 West files for revised Chapter 11 plan with most creditors on board. This one here goes on to say is an update, October 18, 2018, which is today. 9 West Holdings filed for a revised plan, a reorganization for its remaining brands. One Jeanswear Group, the Jewelry Group, Casper Group, and Anne Klein in a bankruptcy court on Wednesday. The company said in a press release that the plan has to support the parties holding 85% of its secured debt and 80% of its unsecured debt. It would knock $1 billion in debt off the company's balance sheet while paying secured lenders in full, turning over the new company's equity to unsecured lenders and other creditors. Hearing is set for November 7th to consider the approval of the plan. You know, this is what really upsets me, folks. You know, when I see stuff like this, 9 West, okay, you know, they have a 9 West in the mall by me where I live over here. And, you know, when I keep hearing about this stuff, and I did this in my other reseller news, is like you hear about these companies. So many companies are going bankrupt. They're filing for Chapter 11 and stuff like that. It's so depressing, you know, where the e-commerce, where retailing is going more towards e-commerce, no doubt. A lot of things is going online, but it's just horrible. Like if a lot of these stores, you know, these are stores that have been around for many years. And I know going there with my daughters when they were little and stuff like that, well, younger, not, you know, teenagers, you know, they used to like to walk around these stores. You know, they used to like to buy these type of, you know, products from these stores and stuff like that. And, you know, to see them go away, it's really sad. It really is. And like I said, you know, when you have this type of situation arising in today's day and age, I always feel for the employees. I really do. And it's so sad. It really is. But if you want to read the rest of the story, I gave you the URL. You could check it out for yourselves. It's just another depressing thing in the e-commerce, in the retailing world, so to speak. So I guess it's what we got to deal with, folks. And God knows how many more are going to be following suit, you know. Let's bump right out of here. Let's go with this story here. This is kind of crazy here, all right? Now, this one here is from marketingdive.com, okay? Look at this story. Tell me what you think of it. Burger King concocts Halloween sandwich that is clinically proven to create nightmares. This came out today, October 18, 2018. Dive brief. It says Burger King announced in a press release a new sandwich for Halloween, which the brand claims could stir up bad dreams. Okay, the Nightmare King features a quarter pound of beef, white meat, chicken fillet, melted American cheese, bacon, mayonnaise, and onions on a glazed, noticeably green sesame seed bun. To prove that the sandwich causes, now listen to this, folks, this is kind of funny. To prove that the sandwiches cause nightmares, Burger King partnered with Paramount Trials and Florida Sleep and Neurodiagnostic Services and branding firm Gold Forest on a study conducted over 10 nights. For the study of 100 participants ate at Nightmare King before going to bed. Measurements of the heart rate, brain activity, and breath reveal that the occurrence of nightmares increased by 3.5 times after the consumption. According to researchers, the combination of proteins and cheese in the Nightmare King interrupted REM cycles, which in most people dream, right? Burger King captured some of the research in the food and found in footage-style video. The Nightmare King will be available at selected restaurants for a limited time, starting October 22nd, via the courier service Postmates. Listen, you might be hearing from me, but I didn't make this stuff up, okay? That's why whenever I throw out the websites, I have to throw the URLs on the websites because If I was to tell people, if you didn't know this story and I was just reading it off a paper or whatever, you would say, this guy, meaning Rich, me, from the Reseller News, he just throws stories out there just to gain subscribers or build up his, subscriber base, whatever, or his YouTube channel. That is not the case. Okay? This is not stuff I'm making up. I'm just, rehashing it back to you guys. I want to share it with you. I think it's crazy. Okay? But this is it. This is it. I'm not making this stuff up. And you know what? If you want to try that there for yourself and see if it actually works, that's up to you. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm not going to expand on it. You could read the rest of this story. Well, there's not really much to read on it, right? I think we pretty much covered it. Well, they have a video here. I don't know how long it is, but you could check it out for yourself. I'm not going to play the video because this will take a little, I don't know, it might be short, but whatever. But I want to just expand on a couple of things, and I want to call it, close this Reseller News out. But you got the idea of it. Let me get out of here. Is this the one I was thinking about? Okay, we'll go to this one here. All right, we're going to have a couple of stories on this here before we get rid of it. This is a report. This is from marketingdive.com, and it says, report Amazon accused of manipulating reviews of its own products. Now, this one says Amazon's use of Vine reviews. Now, Vine was another service, I think, a video service, if I'm not mistaken. Reviews program for its own private label products that gives those items an unfair advantage over third-party marketplace items. According to marketplace merchants and reviews watchdogs cited in a report from Bloomberg, with an active hyperlink, you can read it for yourself. Vine distributes free products in exchange for helpful reviews and was created to provide middleman between the retailers and the reviewers, so the process couldn't be gamed. But as Amazon has quickly scaled up its own private label assortments over the past 2 years and used Vine to gain reviews for those products, reviewers could feel obligated to provide positive reviews in exchange for free items, resulting in Amazon products being pushed up in search rankings on the site. Then it goes on to say the complaints are the review manipulation, and especially important in Europe, where Amazon is subject to an EU antitrust investigation over whether the company places an advantage on its private label products over competitors. Okay. And it goes on and on to say a little more. If you want to finish reading this story, folks, I gave you the URL. It's www.marketingdive.com. And let's bump out of here. Okay, and now we came to second to last page. This one here is from the abcactionnews.com, and it goes on to say eBay suing Amazon. This story came out October 18, today, 2018. It's a little clip here. I'm going to have to mute my mic, and I'm going to let you listen to it. It's about, as you can see here, about 1 minute and 13 seconds long. So check it out, and then we'll expand a little on. I'll just read a little part of it, and then, we'll just get ready to do the last part. We'll close this news segment out. So here we go. Let me just bounce over here.
eBay is suing Amazon. The online auction and retail site says Amazon representatives created seller accounts on eBay's platform in order to poach high-value third-party sellers. eBay said that instead of competing fairly for third-party sellers, Amazon has, quote, resorted to an orchestrated, coordinated worldwide campaign for years using eBay's seller email system. So here's what eBay says is going on. When Amazon representatives created seller accounts on the platform, that gave them access to eBay's seller email system. From there, Amazon reps allegedly contacted eBay third-party sellers and asked them to communicate off the platform, using different email addresses or talking on the phone. And to make matters worse in eBay's eyes, Amazon representatives didn't buy, sell, or bid on anything with the accounts they made. eBay's user agreement and policies directly prohibit solicitation about selling off its platform and its seller email system. eBay says Amazon was aware of that. So now eBay is asking for the Superior Court of the State of California County of Santa Clara to make Amazon stop the practice and pay for damages. Amazon hasn't commented.
You know, folks, I mean, I know there's competition and people, you always want to be the head of the pack, so to speak. But let's be fair about things. I mean, look, I'll give you an example. If I was in this situation, where I was dealing, let's say I had a little store, a little five and dime store, and there was another five and dime store down the block from me. I wouldn't have customers come in here and say, hey, listen, if you buy from me, I'll give you a better deal than the guy down the block. I'm not that type of person, to sit there and, try to divert, customers or consumers from their particular store to mine. It's an open market, and we do things at our own free will. If you go to, like, some people like to shop. I'll give you an example, right? Here's a prime example. I'm using myself as an example. I prefer shopping in Walmart than I do Target. Do I dislike Target? Absolutely not. Have I bought stuff from Target in the past? Absolutely. I bought a couple things here and there. But my main store I like, as far as like buying certain, general products, whatever, general merchandise, would be from Walmart. Why would I say that there? Because first of all, Walmart's right down the block from me. Now people say, well, if Target was down the block from you, but Target is a nice store. But this is the difference I heard. Now I don't know how true it is. If anybody's out there, you want to, correct me on it, please do. I heard that the difference between Amazon, Walmart and Target, one's a little more upscale. I heard Target's a little more upscale than Walmart, to be honest with you. To me, I find them both the same. But if you do look at the store designs and stuff like that, Target is more like a regular department store, like you would see like at Macy's, the way it's set up, like in that respect. Although Macy's doesn't sell, food and products of that nature, but if you look at the interior, the decor, there is a little slight difference as opposed to, a Target store versus a Walmart. You know what I'm saying? There is a little variation as far as the decor. But overall, that's my preference, but I do like, shopping at Walmart. That's my go-to store, But, the thing is, everybody's in a price war. Everybody's competing against one another. Now, Amazon is huge, okay? They are buying everything they can. It's like a Pac-Man, So my take is, you're both big companies. You're big online sellers, and you're both the big 800-pound gorillas in the arena as far as all the other guys. I find that that's not the way to go in attracting business. So to me that's not right. But as you can see, what's going on in that video clip in this little news section here, from ABC Action News. We'll see where it plays out. But you can see over here, I'm not going to read the rest of it because it does go down here. I'm not going to talk too much on it. I just want to close out this last part, but very interesting to check it out. If you can, you want to go check out this site. It's www.abcactionnews.com. And with that, we're just going to go hit my favorite at the end of this news segment. Yes, it's Down Detector, folks. Down Detector, for those who are not familiar with it, well, this one here is on eBay Community. Actually, Down Detector, you know what? Let me go to Down Detector. I'm sorry, I thought I had it. I guess I lost it. Let's go to it really quick here and see. I'm sorry about that, guys. Well, anyway, now you get to see how I set it up here. When you go to downdetector.com, I'm glad in the way that worked out that way because you get to see what all the other sites it has. If you look over here, there's a whole array of different companies here that Down Detector will do stats on them. So for example, you got YouTube, Vimeo, Verizon, Reddit, Comcast, and so on. And I will get tongue-tied talking. You got Amazon and so on, right? We're going to go to eBay, my favorite, and we're going to click it on. So if you want to check out the status or what's going on with eBay, any issues or stuff like that, you can see over here it's got the most reported problems. And you could also leave, if you have a problem, you could also hit that button there, but you got to sign up with them. And as you can see right now, website, and these numbers will change daily. Okay, now their website, the issues was 67%, login was 16, checkout was 16. When you log on, you're going to see this little thing spinning around here. Like I tell other people, when you do come to this site and you see this date here, which is September, yes, it is old. But the thing is, don't go by this. Don't go by this, folks, because I'll tell you why. These are resolved issues. You could click it on and you could read the issues that were on there. Remember one thing, folks, why this thing is loading up. You're going to see latest information that other sellers or buyers in some cases will post on this here. And the reason why, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. This one over here was posted 3 hours ago. This was posted 2 hours ago. This was posted 3 hours ago. This was posted 2 hours and so forth. This is new information. So when you go to this site, you know, let's say you say, oh, I listened to that guy from Reseller News. He said, go to Down Detect and they got all information. No, this is true. This is old. It goes back to June. Okay, but you're not concerned with this here. I mean, you could click it on if you like, but if you also have an issue, I mean, a problem with it, you could also click this on. You could voice your, you know, you could put a comment out there. Now, this was done 3 hours ago. This was done 2 hours ago. Okay, I'm not going to read all of these here because if you want to see, there's 4,035 comments. Okay, I am not going to read a lot of this stuff. Not that I'm saying I'm going to read that anyway, but I always like to read the most recent stuff, what's going on. Okay. Now, after this, then we're going to go to the eBay community and we'll read a little, expand on that. And then we're going to close this video out, this Reseller News, and hopefully all my followers out there, new followers, will get a takeaway from it, I hope. And that's what this Reseller News is all about. This one goes on to say, this was posted 3 hours ago. Going on the 4th day, join the club, that's what I was about to say the same. This is actually the 3rd week for me, for 3rd week for everybody. Going on the 4th day, no sales. In October, going on November. eBay is so dead, it's unreal. I stopped posting more auctions today. I stopped posting more auctions today because my store amount is gone. Okay, I will not give eBay any more money. Good for you. Done. There is, this is where eBay will go broke when we all pull back. True. Game end, folks. List elsewhere, not on eBay. Going, gone. Okay. This one over here is another one. Again, this is new stuff. I'm not making this stuff up. I consolidated all my 1,200 items into a few multi-variation listings. This way, I don't need a store. Stop subscribing once. I realize that it doesn't help sales, but the only drains my profits. Why pay for not being seen? I only used free listings. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. I feel the same way. I'm convinced that eBay, well, EB, is showing preference to sellers who pay for ad promotions. I'm getting sales at other sites, including Amazon, but not eBay. I guess that's what it is, right? Not at eBay. Then this one over here says, I tried their promotions a while ago. They did nothing measurably as to sales. I even cranked them up all the way to 20%, which was the maximum back then. And again, no major improvements. Not sure if it's changed since they now give the ability to pay up to 100%, which itself is ridiculous. Prices for promotions have been steadily on the rise. It started at 6.5%. Last time I checked, it was 13%. Must be great for consumers paying extra or for merchants losing profits. Okay? And then it goes on here. I don't want to keep going back and forth because these guys are going back and forth. It's all about they have you in the search. No amount of monkeying around will beat their algorithm. I used to do heavy markdown managers and cycles. Over time, I figured out all I was doing was selling more merch for less money. They got us all chasing our tails, no for sales. And last but not least, I'm not going to read the rest of it. Let's see. Well, actually, I think there's one more I would like to read here. This is what I noticed as well. Because of throttling, I got fixed amounts of money per day. It doesn't matter how it fills up. Maybe I should raise my prices. And then this one here says, great news for China Post, but still Chinese sellers have eBay so overbloated. That's the gospel truth. And what they do is offer a variety of their listings with the drop-down box. The first option is blank, and they have assigned a 77-cent cost to that. All right. This is what this way they are first in search for the lowest price. Pages and pages of listings on any one of those categories of 77-cent listings. Search for the lowest cost for women in parkas or men's pants to see what. See this here. And it says, well, I'm not going to get into that there. But you can see that there. Again, if you want to read this information, you want to read the rest of the comments, just go to downdetected.com, look for eBay, and you can read it. Now we're going to close it out. And this is from the eBay community chat. These are the most recent ones for today, 10/18/2018. I spent the same time since yesterday, October 17th. I do not sell anything, and before I sold every day. One more over here. eBay, I have a feeling that eBay bleep someone off because the sales are driven by one thing and one thing only. Volume of people looking for items to buy, less buying volume, less sales, period. Oh yeah, and the AI in the mix, which is artificial intelligence in the mix, most likely Google. Let me close out of here, folks. So I just want to say thank you again. Have a great day. I'm wishing all of you the best of sales. Take care. Until next time, I'm Rich Pasini. Bye-bye now.